All right, let's get right into it. We're diving into a source today that makes a pretty wild claim that for a YouTube creator, one single image might actually be more important than the entire video you spent hours or even days making. So let's unpack that and see where AI fits into this whole picture.
So, let me ask you this. What's the single biggest thing standing between your video and a potential viewer? The source we're digging into argues it's not your title, not your description. It's not even how good your video is, at least not at first. It's something way more instant.
And that, of course, brings us to the hero, or maybe the villain of this whole story, the thumbnail. Yeah, according to the material we're looking at, this one little image has a crazy amount of power over whether you succeed or fail.
The source really hammers this home with a pretty stark quote. It says, "Even great content gets ignored when thumbnails fail to grab attention." And that just hits, right? It's a huge reminder that it doesn't matter if your video is a masterpiece, if the front door, the thumbnail, doesn't make anyone want to open it.
So the big takeaway here is that a bad thumbnail isn't just an ugly picture. No, the argument is that it's actively harming you. It's literally costing you views, it's tanking your engagement, and it's putting the brakes on your channel's growth. Think of it like the very first handshake with a viewer, and you don't want it to be a limp one. Okay, so if we all agree the thumbnail is that important, then why is it so hard to get right? Why do so many creators, maybe even you, struggle with it? Well, the source breaks down this creator's dilemma, and it really gets to the core of the problem. It really boils down to three big hurdles. First up, the time sink. I mean, the hours you can lose messing around in Photoshop or Canva, that's time you could be making another video. Then there's the skill gap. Let's be real, not every creator is a professional graphic designer, right? And the consequence of those first two, well, it leads directly to the third hurdle. You're just losing views.
And this is where the source really lays it all out, drawing a super sharp contrast. You've got the old way over here. Hours of your life gone, needing skills you might not have, and ultimately missing out on views. And then it pits that against the promise of the AI way. Getting results in seconds without needing to be a design pro, and most importantly, getting a better outcome, more clicks.
Right? So after laying out all the problems, all the frustration, the whole narrative naturally pivots. It turns a corner and starts talking about a solution. And you guessed it, this is where AI steps into the spotlight.
The tool in question is called ThumbnailCreator, and it's presented as the direct answer to that dilemma we were just talking about. It's built specifically to knock down those two big walls, the time it takes and the skill you need. And just look at what it promises to do, according to the source. It's like a perfect checklist for the problems we just mentioned. You feel your creative energy draining? Well, this promises to fix that. You don't have design skills? It claims you don't need them. And are you worried about losing views? The whole point is to boost those click-through rates. It lines up perfectly.
Okay, but promises are one thing, right? Talk is cheap. The source knows this, so it follows up with some pretty specific, pretty bold numbers to back all this up. Let's dig into the actual performance claims.
And yeah, when I say bold, I mean bold. The source puts forward three key numbers to really make its case for why this AI approach is a game changer.
First up, this one. A potential increase in your click-through rate of up to 73%. I mean, that's huge. That is the metric that matters for a thumbnail.
Next, it's about speed. The claim is that this tool is 10 times faster than doing it yourself. That directly tackles that time sink problem we were just talking about.
And finally, how is all this possible? Well, this is the foundation for all those claims. The AI was supposedly trained on a massive dataset of millions, with an M, of thumbnails. That's the justification for how it knows what kind of design is going to perform well.
So when you put it all together, the story this source is telling is really clear. You've got all this great content out there, but it's stuck behind a wall, a bad thumbnail. And this tool is positioned as the AI-powered bridge that helps you get over that wall, connecting your amazing videos with the audience that's waiting to see them.
And that kind of leaves us with a much bigger question, doesn't it? If AI starts handling more and more of these critical creative tasks, what does the role of the creator even look like in the future? Is it just about the big ideas? Is it about being a great curator? Or is it all about personality? It's definitely something to think about as these tools become a bigger part of our world.